Okay, the next thing we want to look at is we want to look up here at how the closing price was related to the volume, if there was any sort of movement together of these two trends. But the thing is, right, we've got volume in the millions, and we've got the average closing price between, 40 and 115 or so, it looks like, right? So these data series are on wildly different sort of orders of magnitude, right? So let's see how we can get around that problem. So the first thing we want to do here, right, we are going to start with a fresh chart. So let's get rid of this one. Okay, we're going to start with a fresh chart. So we're going to take all three of these columns, columns B through D, right? And once again, we are going to select Insert. We're going to grab that line chart, that basic line chart here. And I'll make it a little bigger so that you can see it better. And what you can see is that this closing data, which is highlighted in red, and you can probably see it a little better over in the book actually, just shows up as a straight line. I mean, it does vary a little bit in its thickness over here on mine. You can't really see it on the books, but because the magnitude of the numbers are so wildly off from one another, you can't really use this data to see anything, right? So let's see, what do they have you do here? Okay, they have you move the chart so that the upper corner is in the middle of cell M1, M3. Now we want to resize the chart so that the left side is locked to the left of column M and the right is locked to the left of column U. So we'll put that there. Okay, and we want top at C at row 3 and the bottom at row 17. I'm not gonna, well, okay, and the bottom at row 17. Here we go. And now, of course, you can't see it, but I'll make it bigger so that you can. There we go. I do that by using the zoom area down here. Okay. Okay, so we want to change the title to 24-month comparison. Okay, but we still can't see what we're looking at down here with the stock prices. So here's what you want to do. Okay. Right-click or alt-click this red line across the bottom. And what you want to do is select Format Data Series, which opens up this side pane. And what we want to do is plot that series on a secondary axis. And there it is. Now we can see the changes. Okay, so that's nice. We can see now how these numbers are changing. So that's that. So what you have to do now is you take and right-click on this axis over here, right, on these numbers. And again, it's very tricky to select the right. There we go. So you got to select it, and then you can select Format the Axis, right? And we want to make sure that that shows as dollars. So you go into the axis options, select number, and then use the symbol to add the dollar. Okay, and we should be able to close this. And now here we have our price over here with the red line, right, closing price, and our volume over here with the blue line. So that is how you do a secondary axis and do all the formatting. And now you see my chart looks just like the one in the book, and we can see how the volume and the closing price kind of moved over time. Okay, so this is how you plot two trend lines that have different sort of degrees of magnitude or different meanings. Right, so you have the volume over here, and you have the closing price over there.